Hi, I'm Birdime. With all these streaming services out there, we all know the best is. It might not be a streaming service, I actually don't know, but we all know the best one is YouTube Originals. Better than Netflix, Hulu, and basically I forgot to end my free trial. But I thought I'd take that opportunity and we can watch one together. And when looking for one of them to watch, I stumbled upon a Lele Pons documentary series. And of course, I'm not surprised that Lele Pons has one. She's seemingly always in the good books of YouTube, always appearing in rewinds and stuff like that. So I'm not really surprised. But I was surprised by the marketing of this series. It seems just like she's a murderer, and this was like gonna be like her confessions. It was so weird, like the picture and stuff like that. Like I thought we were gonna get some mad secrets, with the title being "The Secret Life of Lele Pons." Like this was gonna be her admitting to being like the Zodiac killer or some shit. But then I read the titles and was even more confused because first of all, her dad being gay was one of the titles, and I don't know how that's her secret. Like, isn't it her dad's? I don't know. I felt like maybe they could have titled it better. Listen, you may love Lele Pons. I'm about to see, I don't know if it's a bad series. This is just my initial judgment, and it is, oh my. She's making it seem like all these things are, so awful, and, oh god. Oh my. Oh no. Feels like YouTube clickbait being done by YouTube. So, make of that of you, you will. Two things, my camera stand is broken, so I have to hold it. And also, is she looking herself up, or is this supposed to be someone else? Man, this is like a subtle flex just to begin with. Just being like, oh, look at me, everyone's gonna look me up. Well, I don't know, maybe this is just like the intro for it, but that's a weird beginning. Also, I really hope I don't get copy striked by YouTube. Like, that would be weird that they would abuse their own copy strike system because React content is, fair use. So I hope YouTube doesn't break their own rules because that would be sad.
People that think that I have the perfect life, no, I don't have a perfect life. Sometimes because of social media, you show that you do. I remember when I was little, everybody would be like, Lele, make us laugh. Lele, fall. I didn't want to do it, but I wanted friends.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. She is gonna use it to build the overall story. Okay, good job. Good job. I like the whole thing. Yeah, it makes sense. And it's like a little sad thing to begin with. That she wanted friends and was using the falling down thing, which I believe is a reference to when she was on Vine and stuff. So maybe we're about to go into an explanation about, because I believe she was famous when she was younger due to Vine. So if this goes into a whole thing that, Vine helped her get friends, but, it's due to her being famous, not her, then that's gonna be really sad. And I don't know if I want to be sad today. But whoever edited this, so far, good job. I really see the quality in this, actually. And the lighting's so bad because I can't get a good angle because I'm holding it myself.
So I would do it.
She's a genius. She gets up every day and she creates.
We've got to prove to the world that she is an actual artist. She's not the girl who just got 30 million followers and decided to make music.
Okay, no, spoke too soon again now, the flexing once again. And it was like, that little bit of clip was just so off and on. It was just like, oh, genius. We gotta prove that she's a serious artist. It's just like, oh, inspiration, and then it went back to 40 million followers. They don't know the direction they want to go with this whatsoever.
I just have to do it one more time.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just I did it 2 times. 3. Just one more time.
No, hold on to it. Hold on to it. You can. We're gonna do it together.
One more time.
I know, no. You can.
Yeah, that's a pretty sad clip. I was going to make a joke about who filmed that clip to get this to be used, but we'll just keep going because it's sad. That is sad. I don't know who will watch her, and now I feel like someone should give her a hug.
When I was little, my OCD was I had to put a pillow in my head. I had to be at least 1 minute without breathing. And if I made it, I was gonna be happy.
I might have just heard that wrong, but did she just say she would purposely not breathe for a minute? I've heard some interesting stories and seen things personally. But man, if that's like one of those things, because like when you have OCD, you have to do it, or it's like feels like everything's crashing down. So like, I understand feeling the need to do it part, but I wonder how this one came to be. If it was just because some of these things just happen naturally, or was there something that caused for that specific thing?
Lele is one of the most bullied people on the internet.
The most hated person in I don't think so. Maybe if he said like YouTuber and she's like top 50, I don't know. She definitely gets hate. Not saying she doesn't, but the most hated person on the internet? I get they're trying to build the story, but like who fact checked this one? Like who ran the numbers to determine this? Because they sounded pretty confident.
Just like when did it all become that? When did it all become so like evil, you know? And then like what's happening here is that people are making hating me cool.
The point of the series is to make Lele Pons more popular. Oh, and end the jokes about her. Oh, okay. Well, I have to admit, it's working. They're doing a pretty good job getting sympathy for her. But I thought this was supposed to be about OCD, not her getting hate on the internet. So I don't know why this is such a heavy point to begin with, but maybe he'll tie back in.
She's been struggling with OCD for over a decade, every single day of her life.
Yeah, because there is no on and off switch. But hey, at least we're getting back to the point of the entire documentary.
My name is Lele Pons, and I suffer from OCD, Tourette's, ADHD, and depression.
Yes, these things are not fun. Not whatsoever. They are really hard, and I do see from the titles that you explore these in further episodes, and you know what? Maybe if this is good, I will watch some more either on my free time or for videos. But to say the word severe, it doesn't help the negative way people look at having these things, like having them all a disease. I get that they are not easy, and that's what she's trying to say, but it's just a personal thing. It just doesn't help the negative way people look at having these things. Like, it's so awful, because like a lot of these things are really easily manageable, and even if you do have them and they are severe, it shouldn't be looked at as a negative thing, like you are lesser than everyone else. And I just think maybe I'm being too hard, but maybe I just think there could have been better wording used.
OCD is a kind of thing that people can make jokes about or think, hey, I have OCD. That's not what we're really talking about when we talk about OCD. The big thing is that the D part, it's a disorder.
Oh, thank God this guy said so I don't have to. At one point, yes, a lot of people just say they have it and they don't. It's a disorder. You actually have to get a medical diagnosis, and it's not just like, oh, I have it or whatever. And there's so many jokes about it. Thank you, someone said it in this documentaries. From what she said so far, because I'm not going to show every second of this documentary, because, you know, it's only fair that everyone goes and watches it for their own if they want to see the full thing. But, yeah, I 100% believe she has it, because I think I heard about this now that I remember it. And I do believe a lot of people, you know, going into it before watching at least was 50-50 on, oh, is she just saying this for videos, but at least watching it, maybe I'm wrong and no one said that, and it's just you know, bad memory. But I do believe she has it 100%. Like, if I had to put money on it, I would think she's not lying. So I may be wrong, and no one actually said that. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going on about at this point.
Her brain processes information and expresses information. It's totally different than any of us.
Correct, Lele Pons, Dad. She is the only person with OCD. I know it's not what he's saying, but there's just not much to make jokes about. Like, it's pretty serious so far. My only complaint is she's not the best at describing it for someone who doesn't understand it. Because I know what she's saying, but not everyone may understand it. So I don't know if it's just, you know, the beginning part she's not doing good at describing it, and maybe in future episodes she would describe things better, but I'm just glad that this doctor dude is here to break it all down. But yeah, her father, like, I don't know even how they have a doctor, because according to her dad, she's the only one who thinks like this, so I guess the doctor doesn't get much money if this is, like, she must be the only client.
When I was little, it got to a point that I could not move from my car, and I stayed an hour there doing some rituals and touching things, and my dad had to carry me out of the car. And then after that, he was like, there's something wrong with my daughter, like, this is weird.
Her father said this is weird? Man, is this dude like the bad guy of the story? Listen, I'm just kidding, okay? I'm kidding. I don't have anything to make jokes about. Like, it's not the most amazing documentary ever, but for a YouTube one about a YouTuber, they're doing pretty good. And it's actually pretty emotional, and we're only a few minutes in.
You know, I feel like when I say it, I have control of it, but when my therapist says it, and my dad and my mom said it, since they've been struggling for like years, it hurts me a lot.
I wonder why. Maybe it's because every time they've been on camera, they have to throw in the word weird or something like that. Yeah, that would probably make it hard. I am kidding. I get what she means. It's just, there's not much to make jokes about in this series. It's pretty serious.
My deepest, darkest secret is that I have OCD, and I've had it for most of my life. It's been a real struggle. I'm still struggling to actually come out as someone that is diagnosed with it.
Yes, he's really struggling to come out with this right now. Barely has told anyone whatsoever. You know, it's not like she made a whole documentary episode about it or anything like that.
When I was little, I would communicate with my mom and dad through sketches, and I have a lot of them. I did this because I didn't really talk as much, and all of these meant something. I had a lot of learning disabilities, so I communicated with people through these drawings.
Wow, after all these years, they kept all those. That's actually really cool. Huh. Some families just store that stuff away. Good job to the parents. There's your compliment for this video. Finally get one.
When I was younger, I would just draw things that I wanted to tell them, like, Mom, Dad, can you kiss?
Sweet home Alabama. I'm kidding, but come on, out of context, that clip is kind of weird. In context, it's maybe not, but come on.
Lele. Is that my first tooth?
Yes.
That is so, like, what? That probably smells.
Lele.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sure that's gonna build for something towards the story, and not. Hopefully that part is not that her mom's a psychopath. But how do you not know if it smells? What do you mean probably smells? You're right there.
Kids can be very mean because maybe they want to act cool, and they see someone like Lele being so spontaneous and energetic that they kind of feel intimidated, and they tend to bully people that are different.
Man, this kid could just be a school counselor, because that's just the excuse they give to everyone. Oh, they just hate you because you're being yourself. Not some kids are just mean. I understand what he's saying, because that is just a generic thing that people say, but some people just suck. And I don't know if being spontaneous will intimidate anyone unless you are spontaneous in the way that the Joker is. And then yes. But I hope Lele Pons is not secretly the Joker, but hey, she could be something like a Harley Quinn or something, I don't know. Maybe she can get hired in the next movie. Ah yes, it's been too long since she got a compliment thrown in there. The Queen of Vine does this need to be thrown in there. I'm not saying I like Liz, I don't know, well, she may not be a type of person who flexes or anything like that or likes to brag. This documentary's not helping her case in my mind.
Vine was a video app that you would post 6-second videos and about anything you wanted. It was pranks, magic.
Yeah, it's not been that long since Vine went away. We kind of know what Vine is. Like, I cut out one of the other times they describe Vine for no reason, but why do they think that we don't know what Vine is? Like, you would assume this is for Lele Pons fans. So you think they would know her from Vine, or at least know she did Vine, and would then know what Vine is. So I don't know why they need to keep describing what Vine is. It's not that complicated.
She didn't want to make the homework, but she wanted to have make vines, and then at the last moment, the homework.
Something tells me her mom is not over the fact that she would make Vine, then do her homework.
It kind of a little bit, it worried me because she became very trapped in the social media part of it and having to respond, like not sleeping and kind of having to do and then wanting to be the best. But I knew it was also the perfect medium for her.
Yes, Vine was made only for... No, I'm kidding. That's a pretty good description though by this lady of, you know, a young person's kind of new to fame and stuff like that, especially on the internet. That's pretty good. She did good. I don't remember who this lady was, but good job.
She was just known for the craziest stunts. Like, every video I'd see of her, I'd be like, how the hell isn't she in the hospital?
She's not Johnny Knoxville, dude. Craziest stunt. I mean, maybe she could be in the new Jackass movie that they're making, but come on, man. Like, yeah, that's probably didn't tickle the stuff she did, but like hospital-wise, I don't think so.
During the Vine days, a lot of my OCD came out, but no one really knew. For example, like I had to get hit right and perfect. All the stunts that I would do, it wasn't one take. I would do it like 17 times. Even if it was perfect and people were like, it's perfect, you got hit perfectly, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, how is she not in the hospital? I'm with the other dude now. Doing that most of the times, oh my god. I like though that it's kind of a documentary of her life, and at the same time, going into the themes of the episode. Maybe they should have named the episodes differently, but I kind of like the tie-in of social media and OCD. It's pretty interesting and actually something that I've never really thought about.
What I really liked about Lele was that she had no fear and like just went for it, no shame.
No, that's something that no one really brings up about her. Like, the fact that you have to have that sort of confidence, or however you want to say, just to do kind of anything and like kind of make yourself look stupid. And I do some comedy wrestling, and every time I have to explain to a new wrestler or something like that, you know, you gotta be willing to make something good and not focus on what, you know, you look like doing it sometimes. And then some people take that in the internet as the whole saying with, oh, any publicity is good publicity. No. No, it's not. So, but back to the thing, that yeah, you sometimes gotta have no shame if it means doing something good in the end, not anything in the end. Don't be one of those people that get views by licking ice cream and then putting it back or something like that. Just, you know... It's sad that this has to be explained to people.
What's the difference between a perfectionist and what Lele's going?
Right. So perfectionism in reality, you know, is not just being perfect.
Okay, so it seems like this part was just thrown in just to, you know, explain the difference between what she's going through and to be like, no. I'm not a perfectionist. Don't think about it like that. It's just not me wanting to be good. I feel like I have to be, which I understand why you feel the need to throw that in there so people don't think it's like an egotistical thing. So, because even like, I was gonna make a joke once or twice, and it's like, well, it's not what she means. So, I do understand when she threw that part in, but that part went in for a little bit sometime. And there was also a part explaining the time where Vine was going down, and then she moved to Instagram and YouTube and all that stuff. You know, which was interesting, but you can kind of get that from any What of Viners Now video, or What Happened to Vine, things like that videos. Overall, it was okay. I think the biggest problem the show has is the way they advertised it. And even just like episode names and things like that, I get the generally the themes of the episode, but I think it would have been better just to have this, even keep the title, The Secret Life of Lele Pons, change the picture that they use, and then just be like episode 1, episode 2, and things like that. It's not bad, and it is kind of interesting, actually, and I don't even really know who she is. So, good job, YouTube. Good job, Lele Pons. It is interesting, and hey, if you have the YouTube Premium thing already, there's no reason why not to check it out. It's already free. I don't know if I'll watch any more episodes, but if you guys want me to, let me know in the comments below. Or if you have any other YouTube original suggestions, or just suggestions in general. To all the Lele Pons fans, please don't hate me. I'm not doing any of this to be mean. So I hope the Lele Pons fans don't hate me. And to all the Lele Pons haters who are gonna be mad that I complimented her, she's human. Watch the documentary, you will understand. Okay, everyone. Have a good night.